18 certificate solely for the use of the C word. Cunt. There, I said it. Even, especially if used against women, but Australians is generally more gender neutral. A lot more than even the Brits, and certainly a lot more than the Americans and the Canadians. As a whole, this film reminded me plenty of Wake in Fright. Now, if you remember that film, which had controversial scenes of kangaroos being hunted down by rifles, it was quite bold. It's got an 18 certificate, although, in all fairness, it's certainly no more explicit than most films that are past that 15, even some 12A films. Take that as you will. It's like Wake in Fright. Those moments where they sort of meeting all these people, that the teacher meets all these people, it's getting being thrown around in the worst type of ways possible and being manipulated. It will certainly remind you of that, but through a sort of feminist perspective of things, with the Julia Garner and Jessica Henwick characters being Canadians, not Americans, Canadians on a working holiday visa, which you can qualify for if you're between 18 and 30. Now I'm too old. As they try, they lost all their funds because they were partying out too much and they have to work at this sort of bar in the outback with all these angry, drunk, misogynistic, racist drunkards and people who don't pay right. They're just like drinking it all away and they don't care about anything. And, how they try to manage it all together. Sometimes they get themselves stuck in the situations that they wish they didn't. But there is one thing that we can get behind all this film, is that excessive drinking, alcoholism, that sort of weird bogan culture that Wake in Fright exploited to such a heavy degree, it'll make you say, I'm not going to Australia. I mean, I don't want to go to Australia because they voted against that voice referendum for the Indigenous people. And we see how they treat Indigenous characters, particularly in this title, and several others. I mean, you've seen Rabbit Proof Fence. And then also just the culture is a bit too similar to what you'd see like in the American South. And those sort of people like from the East End who live like down in Hackney and Whitechapel. You don't want to be friends with them. I used to grow up in Essex. They're quite similar to them type of lads. Ugh, what a number they are. I'm sure they have plenty of fun in Margate causing bother, but, get them in this is the outback and everyone's driving pickup trucks and all that malarkey, then, let them be, let they be. They go fuck about or two. I mean, it was a pretty nice film. I don't know if it's as good as Empire Light Strays or Megan, but that's for the jury to decide. Coming up next is Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget, but that's a completely film altogether. That's a family film with animation. This is a 18 certificate drama set in the outback about some really nasty people that you probably don't want to hang around, unless you're as drunk as them. Signing off.